A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Oh, baby. This stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock. But that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire.
All the way. Don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 41. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Across midfield to the 45. Has room down the left sideline. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. And after the play, we turn our attention to the injured man. That's Christian Watson, who's being worked on. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Throw left side, he's caught by Pitts. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Pierce. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to go. Yeah, and and he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the 1st time. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here's the snap on 4th. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Brian Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Got a man, it's London. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Josh Sweat making the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. That one's complete to London. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Cuts it to the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons parlay the interception into points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. This return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Achan reels it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They go play action on 1st. Sideline throws reeled in by Likely. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Achan, a 1st down carry. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now the 1st carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll mark him down there after the dive. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Milton now. Taken in by Likely. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Now Milton to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Milton. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Another carry for Robinson. He's 4A up the middle, and that's about 3. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
It is cut left side. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going play action. He's got Pierce. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Taken in by Pierce. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Pass play coming here. Pitts brings it in. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Play action on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll run it with Bijan. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Derek Forrest able to make the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking for a throw here. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And they've got him down near the red zone at the... All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buying some time right. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now the give for Bijan. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. It's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. To throw, Milton. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Milton. And they pick him off again! Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him. Seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw this one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving. 1st
down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
A toss now to Robinson. Down the sideline to the 45. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch too.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. A run here with Robinson. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stop that time by Jamel Dean. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Running back, motioning right. Throw on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. That one gains 7. And the Falcons will have a first. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. And it's the Buccaneers with 1st and 10. They're set up at the 35 now. Milton back to throw. Has a man, it's Achane. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Second and 8. McMillan hauls it in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. From the 48. Into the hands of Likely. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Throwing now, Milton. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up second down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Following the play, we do have an injured man in need of some assistance, and that's the burner, Devon Achane, who's in some pain. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 3rd and long for him here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that drops the deficit down to 13. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
And he cuts it back right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Milton to throw. Able to find Achane. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Here's Milton. Taken in by Williams outright. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of this shotgun, a give to AJ. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Working quickly here. From the 40 on 2nd down. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He's going to push one deep down there. Big gain downfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers start the 2nd half with some needed points. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This taken from the 12. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Kid, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing now, off play action. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. That's incomplete left side.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Pass play now. He's got it to his running back. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-possession game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Milton now. This is a huge loss on the play. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Got Williams, and it's complete. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Fourth and forever coming up. They're going for this. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Here's Algier on 1st down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Handoff now to Robinson. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Return coming from the 6. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Milton. It's taken in by Williams. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. That pass completes, and he lost the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And they pick him off again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for the offense. You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
This game of today, Kate, in so many ways is so different than the game I played. But that's a call that I can close my eyes and still remember. All you do as a QB is just look. It just takes a look. If the big guys up front saying, give me a push, and I'll do the rest.
And he'll go down here at the 16. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for this. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. Just one quarter remaining in this one. The Bucs have it to begin the fourth, and this game, whew, it has been a nightmare for them so far. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on fourth. This finds Likely. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Offense in the hurry-up here. To throw, Milton. Taken in by Likely. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here. Second down carry for A-Chan. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going play action. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers get it back to within 2 scores. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. Hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. Jukes out of one stop, and they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Another carry for Robinson. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing off the play fake here. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. This is going to be a 46-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Offense up to the line fast. Running with H.A. and out of the gun. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Milton to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. McMillan hauls it in. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Chase McLaughlin now to try the Buccaneers field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they get a smidgen closer. That's it's down to 16.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chan. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 6 now. Into the hands of Likely. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Milton now. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. They'll throw on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that drops the deficit down to 13.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Return coming here from the 12. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They send a man in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now we're on with Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On first down, they're going to start out with H.A. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. H.A. again on second. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Milton back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. It's taken in by Williams. And he will get the first as they touch him down. Now the give for Bijan. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a give left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
3rd and long for him here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons push the lead to 20. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Here's Milton. Trying to push it deep downfield. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. We're on the road later this year with a chance of completing that season sweep. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.